Good evening again. This is Fari Hamzy. It's 5:15, April 27th. It's a Wednesday. I was supposed to be away. My plans, we had a slight change of plans. So last minute I said, at least if I'm here, I want to make myself useful and have this webinar. We always do it on Wednesday, so let's have it. And next week is going to be good too. The following week, it won't be. So the one that I was going to skip today, now it's going to be, I think, 10th or 11th of May, whatever that is. I think it's 11th. So, yeah, it's 11th. That 11th, I won't have it. Where do we reflect that? You come to our login page. You don't have to log in. You don't need to log in. Just be there. So we're going to change that. It's going to change for next week. And then following that, it'll skip. So May 11th won't be there. Well, I wanted to make sure you guys understand. Make sure you make it next week, next Thursday. It's 5:55. Simple. Cinco de Mayo, 5 p.m. Okay, May 5th, 5 p.m. We have arranged for funding for those who qualify based on their trading habits. I mean, the fee is very small for the test period. And if you look at the conditions, I've sent me the conditions, you're going to laugh. It's so simple compared to, let's say, Top Step, who wants everything from you and this fee and that fee, and they nickel and dime you to death. I've got a guy there. He went there 3 times, and he got up to a level he wanted. They kill him. So they'll give you the funding, but you got to trade this system. Why? Because this is risk defined. Because the risk is defined, they can rely on it. It will always won't be this, but that's fine. Once in a one time is one thing, But every day being a cowboy, no, they don't want that. You got to pay regular price, and the lower what they can offer you to trade. So, and they've been looking at us for a while. I've been looking at a couple of people. I decided to go with these guys. So don't miss that. It may give you a chance to change what's in front of you and whatever your path you see. Because if you combine a very good system with a good, decent funding, next thing you know, you have your own account of your own from the profits they give you. And the split is fantastic, 90-10. Yeah. But you got to have, there's some conditions. You got to meet those conditions. Mainly, you'd have 10 trading days so they can go and see how you're trading. And with this system, and it doesn't have to be what? It would be 2.5 weeks, if you think about it. Because we trade 4 times a day, 4 days a week. We do not trade on Wednesdays. So do not miss this. We have a tremendous number of people already signing up. If you get a chance, click there. It takes you to go to webinar, which is ours. Your information doesn't go anywhere. You just sign up and you go in. Okay? Remember, it's for this. It's not for you to go trade crude oil. It's not going to happen. Okay? No worries, Monroe. No worries. So this is something you want to think about if you're serious about funding your account. Okay? Having said that, what else do we do? Anything else? No. Today we issued the final version of 4.4, the ORB. Final copy, actually, was issued into a chat room last week. We always run it a couple of days just to see everything is functioning live, aside from our own machine. Now, it's not just be in front of me. I'm going to be in front of everybody. Yes, they made $6,000. I think we lost 1,000 on Monday. So last couple of weeks, it's killed it. It's absolutely killed it. We had what do you call it? One day we almost made 100%. If the market moves, this is going to catch it and kill it. If it's going to be a sausage like today, it's not going to make any money. That's why we don't trade on Wednesdays. Historically, we have seen Wednesday is not a good day for this type of a strategy. So it's called opening range breakout. Okay. And why? Why do I believe in it? Because components are mine. They came from Happy Expert and Happy Pro. So they're battle tested. Remember, Happy Pro came out like I don't know, March or May, between March and May of 2002. So it actually went through the summer of 2002, which was a very tight, very low period, a very risky period. Post 2001 dot-com bust. A year later, so that year was really bad. So it came out at that time, and then it's been there through 2008, 2020, of course, these days. So it's gone through quite a bit. It's battle tested. Those components are there. What we put around it was very, very simple rules to accommodate that. A couple of things we had to move, but basically what we added is not what I added. What's really a big value is the API. What's happening on the execution side. Remember, two classes of products. Indicators, strategies, systems. Indicators are fine. It's easy. I'll write a code for you. 5, 10 lines, 20 lines, you got an indicator. That's not how it trades. That's not real world. It's just static on the chart. Because once it gets to the chart, it's real mirror. But orders and trading is forward. And you got to understand what Chicago is doing. The matching engine of CME. Totally different animal. Way totally different animal. That's why these codes are huge. I mean, this morning I was just making one look at it. I got lost in page 6. By the time I figured out where it's supposed to be, it was page 11. Yeah. It's huge. So, anyway, gotta be very, very careful. And we've been at it since August 16. So, we're grateful. The first couple of months, I had heart attacks every day because I didn't know where it was heading, and I know my expenses were through the roof. This type of program is not cheap. So, but either you're in or you're out, and you need to separate yourself. And so here we are. I'm very lucky. So, I'm highly grateful. Anyhow, so don't miss that. Aside from that, we on PMT we went flat, and the reason was this bounce there, right there. Of course, the following day, some news from overseas, and plus the roasting of Mr. what we call Comrade Musk now. He's in a Comrade now. So he has joined our Comrade class here because he doesn't want democracy. So I have a problem with that. So anyhow, democracy is messy, but I'd rather have that than anything else. So that they taught him a lesson. I don't know what the deal is. We're oversold here, but here we are. So let's go through the numbers. We're flat here with Timer Digest. The question was, does Timer Digest still exist? Yes, they do. I got an email back from them saying, here we go. I got someone here was email. Let me not open it there, but let me get to it. We get all confirmations from them. I mean, here's the previous ones. You see this year. Okay, now let me get. I'll give you this one too. That just probably came to me direct, or no, maybe it came to admin. I don't know how it went out. It's a function of how it went out. Hold on, Timer Digest. Okay, but they are open. They're not functioning like they used to. Kind of a bummer, but that's how things are. So I have no involvement with them, so I can't say either way. How does it look like to them and when they're coming back? The problem with data. I've been there, done that. There's a data problem. It's not easy. Okay, there we go. I just gotta go. No. I just saw it. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. See that? Just came in. 64 yesterday morning saying, yeah, we record intermediate term neutral. That means that, and they always did that. So recovery from your back. So he's following up with me. So he's good. All right. And he is also a PMT member, a comp member. So he sees everything I give you guys. The total transparency as it should be. All right. So we covered that. Now, we do keep an Excel sheet. There was a question about that. We do not share the Excel sheet because I don't want somebody going there. This has happened. Not in this, but other things. I mean, somebody built a Twitter feed with my pictures on it. You don't look carefully. If you didn't look carefully, you would know it wasn't me. Not going to happen. But yes, we keep track of data there. And someone asked for it, I gave it to them. But not the trades. I gave them the trades, not the Excel sheet. So we give them this part, these columns. Okay, and go back up to day one, which is late 2014. We changed code at that time. We told you guys we're doing that, remember, in the webinar? And then this was our existing position we came in, and we took it. It was only 37 handle, but we took it as it was, okay? And then we've gone since. So, and then by the time we got to here, I believe, we start having this current PMT in the format it is. Okay. There's one problem with the PMT, and that is it's not us, but we can fix it. It's a lot of work, and that's the archives. The archives are you can go in there. Last couple of years, they changed because of Ed Snowden. They changed how the charts are stored. So if you go somewhere, charts are blank. It doesn't mean they're not there. They're all sitting. I can log into my Amazon. It's there. It's just the way they're displayed because of the NSA stuff. And so you got to reroute it. The newer anything like last year, they're current. Now we have some duplicates because every Friday we back up everything automatically. That protects us from missing it. So the machine backs it up. And it moves it to that Friday. But there was no change. So there's something we have to eliminate. So that's all. But we're flat. And then I will add that email that went flat into the current issue. Here's the current issue. Remember, the preview does not show you last 4 sessions. But here's a current issue. Okay. And it blew up our target. I mean, just went through it so fast. It was unbelievable. I was just nervous from the past where it didn't move much, and this time it just came with vengeance. So I covered. We were short from here. So we covered at 42 and 90 or something. But that day it was 4,200. This low was this low down there. This low was 4,200. Okay, we closed slightly behind that yesterday. But one day I'm not worried about it. But it's not that. It's not. Nobody's measured anyway by one day or one trade. That's not how you become timer of a decade. There's 500-600 trades in there, so not worried about it. Anyhow, separation there, guys. You see the death cross? They're not getting closer. They're not getting closer either. Look at the rate of change of these two. 250. They're opening up. So at the margin, we're only getting worse. Now, the issue is you want to get back in there or not. Let's talk about how oversold we are. We're slightly oversold here. I hate this, guys. I hate it. I don't know where it came from. It's just opening up now on version 63. How come on this one's not there? No, it's in here too. Oh, I don't get it. Okay, whatever. So, we're at 192. Yes, we are oversold. Are we near launchpad mode? No. So, most likely what I want to do is wait for a deep oversold and get long. But I don't know when that'll be. So I'm taking it easy a little bit. I got really pissed off here. I mean, this was excellent coming down. But got pissed off here and sat through all of this and back. But along the way, we did 2 shorts. Okay, did not change my bias, but I changed my trades for you guys. Sometimes that happens. If you go back to 2020, the long and shorts were so fast because the moves were 3,000 points a day in the Dow. Okay, you cannot throw a swing trade in there for options. You got to be. I can if I'm day trading it, but that's not day trading packet. It's market timing, and you would be decimated if you doing a swing trade. So the decision was just give them targets, direction and targets, just like I said. Basically, PMT Pro became PMT for a short period of time. Targets and prices, but no recommendation on options. Why? Vols are too high. You are making sure that your market maker is going to make a lot of money off of you. Yeah. And he'll give you some kisses. In my case, I would get some Godiva and so on and so forth. I mean, so it happens. Yeah, if you make a lot of points for your broker, yeah, you got to get some chocolate too. So don't go there. Be having breath problems? No question about it. I mentioned in my note to Time and Dodger. The 3 things were happening: volatility, breath problems, and of course, volume problems. You put these 3 together, you're done. We're done on the downside, and you see this is coming too. Yeah, we're almost done here. But at least we're gonna have a dead cat bounce, and then I'm going to short again. Let's see what we do at 4,400. I doubt we'll go above that. If we're going to go lower, we're going to probably 4,400, which is the 50-day. If it goes above 50 days, then we have to do a pause and take a look again, because then we're being premature. So. Canaries. These are early warnings. And two got to tell us what to do. Remember, I haven't looked at these yet tonight. I've not looked at the settlement data. Last time I looked, it was like 330. So I have a vague idea where things are, but I want to be natural, so I come in here just like you guys do. Well, this tells me the Nasdaq has still got a lot to go. There's a selling involved. Now, let's go through the generals. Nasdaq has got 5 generals called FANG, maybe 6 with Tesla. Okay, you got FB that missed today, but they're running up a little bit. Missed on the revenue, was good on EPS. You got Netflix that is it's a Seinfeld would call it's a currency flush. They just nailed it. That's how bad it smells. Amazon is coming up. Apple is coming up. Microsoft did okay. Actually, Microsoft was nicely up. And then what else is there? And Netflix. Now, why does it? And of course, Tesla. Tesla is a different problem, in my humble opinion. If SEC comes and take a look, he pumped his Tesla up first. Then he said I have a position in TRW, Twitter. And then he's hypothecating the stock to buy it. Remember, it's a paper wealth. It's not cash. What's in the market is not cash. It's cash in your account. Don't confuse the two, seller. Okay? So he pumped that up to use that for collateral here. If Tesla gets pressured, some of those lenders are going to say, what? I mean, somebody did not sleep last night. How'd you like to have a collateral that got decreased by 12% in one day? And max you can let us 50% on it? And, one minor detail, $40 billion, $44 billion. I mean, remember, I hypothecated quite a bit. If something goes wrong there, it will be a spiral. He's going to jump out of this and go save his Tesla shares. So that's going to be interesting. We'll see. I think yesterday was a little reflection of that. People who didn't like the trade, or what the implication of the trade is not the trade, but the implication of it, they took him in a back shed, teach him a couple of lessons. So that's Tesla. That I don't know. That's a separate problem altogether from everything else. But the process I'm talking about is when they rip apart the generals. Generals are the big guns of any asset class. In this case, Nasdaq 100. We see what I saw with Netflix. You see Google. You saw Google. So is that bad news? Not necessarily, because we're getting close to a washout. Not what they did with. If you look at here, when was the peak here? Look at the time of that. That's where the problems really started. This is November. In November, they went after Russell 2000, the small guys. Then they go up the rank, mid caps, and now they're hitting the big guys. Once they're done with hitting the big guys, we're done. So we could be getting close to the bottom. Okay. And how we get there? Me and Nancy, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 launch. 1, 2, 3 launch. We're going to send out these call spreads. Not right now, though, in a bit. So that's what you want to look at. That's for NASDAQ. Russell's going to tell you about NASDAQ. I'm sorry, that's utility. Don't look at that. But this guy tells us what's going to NASDAQ is going to do, which has an implication on the Dow and S&P because of the number of stocks are shared. But bottom line is, we're getting somewhere in the close. We broke all these lows, okay? Here's the problem with what we haven't had. Baby with bathwater. Baby with bathwater sits on the 10th floor. No. Once you see him airborne, outside of the window, then the problem has really begun to clean itself. We're not there yet. So look at the transportation. This is a good proxy for both Dow and especially S&P. Also, not very good. So we probably have a test coming up. Look at this area. Just use your mouse, go up and down, you'll see. In this area, that value, that's where action is going to be. Somewhere in there. What you got to ask yourself is, what's a catalyst? End of a month is next 2 days, and then beginning of a month, some buying coming in. So maybe it's a little bit crazy. But how about next Friday when it's non-farm payroll? So we'll see. Keep that in mind. The trenders, okay, they got worse. Sorry, they got worse. I mean, what you're gonna do is the math. You just look at the shape and so forth. I mean, even transportation is going back to a death cross. So, are we near the bottom? I don't know. I mean, that's 7% there. That's 13% there. 13% here. Yeah, we get 13% on Russell. That's the price minus 200 day moving average. That's this one, 13%. I hate this. I'm sorry, guys. I hate this crap. It just came on this version. Okay. If you go back, you can see the history of it. So it's near there. You see that? Near there. And what was this? This was 2 years ago. So, no. I'm sorry, not 2 years ago. We're back here. This is when? This is the end of January. Okay. So, it's. I think it goes still lower, but it's down there. And net, all 8 are negative. See that? All 8 of our detrenders, the 50s and 200s are negative. Usually that's a setup for a bottom two. I don't know, empirical. Just watching the stuff long enough. 25 years I've been doing this, so that's a lot of time. A lot of battles. Negative 2 sigma there, almost. On the weekly, that's big, okay? We have not seen a peak here. When these peaks we got maybe a week or two after that we're done. In the lows, in the 52 week lows, were S&P only. But no, we're getting close. Okay. Forget the tops. That should be very low. It's beginning to drop to lows. And this is very granular look because it's daily. We did not hit negative 10. We were negative 7 last night. So I did not go long. No. So still holding. Wait until we get negative 10. That's Momo. True untested. Yeah. Oh, Momo. Oh, Murray. Look at that. Negative plus 4 sigma there. 3 sigma back to back. So, look at these moves now. Yeah, just too much. And oil is only 102. That's the current contract. June. So I'm looking. Yeah. 4, let's see, 4, 3, 3, and 3. Okay. This is a different animal. This is all. It's not a stock index. Okay. SQ waiting for just came in 38. Okay, it was 37 137 change. Again, go to the PMT. It'll give you what that percentage means at that level. We're near 0 sig, so kind of neutral in this range of between 151 to 124. Now, remember, 150 is the design limit, but we've had 170 prints before, which was last July. Was it July? Yeah. Yeah, last July right there. It's not a bad idea, actually. You get the date to the last July. Okay. I'm saying that's last June. I can't make a call here. This chart does not give me a call. Very neutral. TD. Remember, we're now trading May, so we are long May, short August in the VIX conference, VIX complex. Okay, so long. We're long M, so K goes out. Where's the volume? Oh, there is K. I'm sorry. J goes out. We're long K and short Q. That's right. Okay. So this is the lead, and then that's 3 months later. Okay. And we're slightly positive. Here's the problem we have. Since 2020, there's been a requirement for an offset on this value, and it's anybody's guess because nothing is working. In the past they used to say 1 or 2 items is not working. Right? Nothing is working. In terms of where we are, why do we not be a positive? So big positive, you're somewhere near the lows, but that delta becomes positive. Why? Because the front is so loaded. Think about it. The VIX is so loaded up front. So it's if you think about it, it's not backwardation. It's the other one. Contango. It's in a contango right now. Why contango? Because that's a reverse asset. So the rules apply in reverse. That's not backwardation. That would be backwardation was oil. It's not. It's VIX. VIX is the inverse asset. So it's really, your nomenclature has to also turn over. I had a hard time explaining that to a couple of guys in the VIX pit. They finally saw the day. And it was at Chicago. But anyhow, you know me, I'm persistent. But anyhow, we're in a contango right now in VIX. And that tells me also we're near the low. Now, let's move on to our thing. We talked about what? Rendezvous. We're almost there. Maybe this weekend. I mean, maybe we should sell into the weekend and buy Monday and hold. That could be. That could be. That's one scenario. But we're that close. Now, of course, look where we are on the SP2. My true buddy. This is the one has never let me down. Never. And yesterday was what? Murray, what was the value yesterday? 16? Yeah. We're near it bounceable though. Why we're not bouncing is I think because of exogenous news. It's not charts anymore. Remember, you have a strong enough exogenous news, forget your charts. They got a torpedo through your charts. So how do you go by? Do you go by other experiences? What is involved here? Between industrial complex, maybe? Oil? Politics? That's the stuff that are here. So your charts are not going to help you here. The wider the wall gets, the more trouble you're going to have. We are very good at trading when things are calm and collected. We understand that signal. We understand that tempo. But when the wall opens up, that tempo is so wide at any given day, at any given hour forward, you could be a winner or a loser. So we got to be extra careful. Yeah. I don't know if you've been in the chat rooms with us recently, but I've been trading very short term, extremely short term. You know, I get a double bottom on the OTF. Look at the CI. I get in there right. They're right, maybe, I don't know, 2 minutes total. Why? Because when that volume, that size is coming in, and you have a CI turning as an extreme, it's a huge rubber band. Either up or down, doesn't matter. So you in for a short time, there's no, it's not diamonds forever. Nothing is forever. You get out. You get to your target. Your biggest problem is, what's my target? Get the target, and then it hits it, you get out. Though, a couple of times last week, I got a little greedy, and I was cocky because I was right. 3 trades back to back. And, you know, I won't mention any name, but somebody says, well, I'm the greatest trader. I said, don't ever say that afterward, because you saw I got my ass kicked. So I held on a little bit longer, wiped out all my gain. It took me less of a day to get a third of a position back. This was 2 weeks ago. I'll never forget. Rest of a day to get third of a position back. That means what? I move into the next day with a loss. That's not a good thing. What you want to do, even have a small loss or a small gain and just go home. I didn't do that. So, yeah. Okay, bonds. The yields have been coming down. These are yields. That means the bond values have gone up. This is a 3-year highs. This color. If you hit that's 3-year high. Okay. Again, as we've mentioned many times before, I don't know who's been here consistently all this time, but month of March should mark as the fastest rate of inflation coming back into the market. Huge. And you can have all kinds of reasons for that. My attitude is one is expectation of inflation. And most of it caused by two things. Again, spending. Although spending is much lower now than the last 2 years. There's been a good cutback there. But more importantly, it's supply chain. Supply chain is making everything more expensive. And, of course, the labor component has not gone away. If you dive into BLS, you see it for yourself. I'm not an econ guy or a fundamentalist, but I hang out with a few who are. I'm just taking notes. I'm learning. You got to learn every day. And otherwise, you got to die. Yeah, you got to die young if you don't stay fresh with these. And I don't think any of them know when the supply chain problems will go away. But at least another 12 months is what I hear. So, tumultuous, I know. But this was huge. How do I know that? Look at the chart. What happened? Remember, these levels are based on the prior month. And look what just happened here. Look at these levels. Remember, I don't know if you remember that. I said I cannot wait for April 1st, first tick. When the first tick comes, it computes. You can't compute until you're a new month because it's going to be constant. This is what's constant here. I said, given this rise, I'd like to see when the first tick of April 1st is, April Fool's Day. And look what levels we got. Now, we're not going to conquer any of this. This is too far. But still, we made new highs even higher. A little bit for 30, but mainly 5 and 10. So housing and cars took the brunt. This is probably used cars because there's very little new cars there. So it was heavy. Let's see. Larry. This is how Larry did. Now, there's the issue here, guys. I don't know. I'm getting charts. I'm getting a negative 50 on one machine and 50 here. Yeah. If I take a picture of another machine, it's negative 52 over. Actually. And this is 50. The only explanation I have is that we're connected to different data centers. But that's a huge difference. I can see this changing a little bit. But not plus versus minus. Something is off here. We have not touched anything else. The rest of the chart looks correct. It's just this last bar. So I don't know what to say there. And, I'm not a data analyst. But there's enough of us we probably have to write to data integrity. Give them the components and see what's going on. Or plot the components separately. I just didn't have time between the calls and now to look at it. But after this meeting, I'll take a break and then come back and plot the inputs and look what's the anomaly in the inputs. Most likely, this is a bad data from a plant. It has happened before. Remember, we're not connected to one location. For trace stations, there are 3 of them: Dallas, New York, and Florida. Of course, they started Florida. What's in Chicago is execution. That's not data coming in. That's orders going in to them, and then confirmation back here. One more thing. Yesterday, in this drop we were in, because I was here a little portion of it. In this drop that we were in, let me go here. Yeah. Especially here on NASDAQ. The order flow was good. One way I look at how the market is behaving is how fast does it take for my order to be registered in Chicago with a confirmation back to me? It's hard to measure it because it's milliseconds, but your sense builds it up. You can tell. You can tell if you put 5 orders stacked on top of each other, and I use the gamma ladder, does it instantly. I press a button. It's like, I don't know, I can go up to, I think, 20. So I can have 20 layers of price put in there. Okay. Not that you want to trade it. That's too far. I think then you got to talk about spoofing. Don't go there. But let's say 7 levels. The time you take the 7 levels light up in front of you on your door that says the Chicago got your order, they're ready to execute if the price gets there because they'll buy stuff or sell stuff. Buy stuff on top, sell stuff on bottom. It was pretty good. Other times, like here, oh jeez, this was one of the most frustrating days to trade. Yeah, it just we were so behind. I don't think anybody's prepared for that. They went nuts. That's the day Kamat Putin decided to go for a little school trip. Yeah, in the wrong neighborhood. Yeah. Let's see what else do we have here for you that's of value. So this we'll figure out. I'll probably put a post on Twitter. Make sure you follow us at Hams Analytics. We'll post it there for you. Let's go to my other chart here. Oh, we didn't do a calendar. I will do that too. 1 second. I'm discombobulated today. Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit behind sleep-wise also. Okay. But I appreciate Admiral Tico. You don't know how scared he was. Yeah. Poor kid. Yeah. Kept on checking on me. Yeah. He didn't know what to do. Yeah. Okay. Did we close here? 126? No, not yet. That's 26. That's yesterday. Always check the date up here. There you go. All right. 27. Bingo. Okay, well, look where we are. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. And we're doing sideways now. So I bet you, I promise you, it's going to test 37. It has to. It could be a little bit more to the right. maybe go up a little bit, drop 1037, and then that's a good buy. So maybe mid next week. I don't know. That's my thinking. I've made a commitment to myself that now that V44 is complete, done. We're operating, it's doing really good. And V5 is probably another month or two away because that's a totally different concept. Into the entries, not the exit, but the entries. I'm going to spend more time on PMT. I'm going to also sit on top of Nancy for the options. Because we're not doing much indicator work, very low. But I want to get back to my PMT. I was not in a good spot. I did not like where I was. Right here. I'm not going to hide from you. Right here, I wasn't happy at all. I said, I will get my revenge. I will get my revenge. Whatever it takes, I will. Just hold on and put trades on. But not the bias. Didn't change the bias. But put the shorts up higher up. So, but I'm in a mode where I'm not going to be taking any prisoners. I'm going to come at it, and I'm going to, just like what we did in 2015. I mean, we just declared war on everybody. We just nailed every single market timer. So I'm in that mode right now. By the way, Norseman, I don't know if you follow him or not. He's a character, but one of the best guys I know out there. Make sure you follow him because he's beginning to come back to the chat room too. It's good. This is a character. Norseman. Oh Jesus, that's yeah. So there we go. That's both. Anyhow, you noticed I put up charts on the Lowry. There we go. And his name is there. So follow Norseman 1. Walter Deemer, a very good guy. Old hands. You're gonna learn a lot from this guy. And then Market Tells. Market Tells is what's his name? I forget. Renegade? How is it? Rennie Yang, yeah. Very, very quant work. Quite a bit of quant work. And one of the favorites of Chris Cadbury. Chris and I were at each other for number 1 or number 2 of Time and Digest for half a decade. It was brutal. Yeah. He would get out of me, I would get out of him. And of course, 2020, that's a different story. I think his wife of some 40 years passed away right before it. If he was there, he would have made it a very difficult thing for me. Yeah. He just vanished. He said, I'm done. And, when you lose someone, your partner of that years, he says, I don't care what the market does anymore. I don't care about my life anymore. I'm done. And he closed shop. Had he been there, I would have had a hard time to be number 1 for 10 years. So, anyhow, Cadbury used to follow Rennie Yang. So, and so go ahead and take a look at it. And again, the Norseman is something else. Now, they try to steal his setup. So he's pretty good situation where he can write by hand every day. So But he is the master of Lowry stuff. Okay? He reads that like nobody. He remembers it like nobody. The brain, I talked to him last night a little bit. The brain is at 9 o'clock at night. It's like a couple of terabytes of hard disk. He'll tell you, oh yeah, and March 30th. I said, this year, no, 2 years ago, the reading was 5986. What? Yeah, that's the reading. Yeah, incredible guy. And his family owns I think it's like a 3rd or 4th generation painters for high-end homes. You're down here in Naples. Yeah, the home he's doing is 50,000 square feet underwater. Very nice. So he sits in a trailer, construction trailer all day. So and when the things are slow, like now, we're interacting. But take a look at what he does with this. This is the key part. Volume is a key part of any work. If you follow Bollinger at that level, the volume stuff for Bollinger, you'd see it's a constant indicator. It's confirming, but if without it, you don't have anything. So make sure you follow that. All right, what else is here? So we're gonna add on top of this, right? Between these two, because that's always on top. We're gonna add either our bias, the change of bias, so that's recorded, we're going to keep this up to date. We're going to go back and clean up a little bit. And I have a little bit more time. That means after I come back from New York. And that means if they don't do a buyout. No. HA is not for sale. They've given some hints, but HA is not for sale. So, anything else? I'm having too much fun. What do you want me to do? SP2. You want SP2? Murray, you're killing me. Hold on. What do you want SP? Murray, hold on. What about SP2? Hold on. Why isn't this open? Oh, there we go. Hold on. Okay, let me open it up. What about SP2? Monroe, come on, talk to me. No, he's a genius. PhD from in mathematics from MIT. What about SP2? Talk to me. You like it? You don't like it? Do you think there's something wrong with it? I went over what I think of it. Oh, and levels, yeah. Basically, this was very bad. It's good data, but it's a very bad setup because look at how flat it got down here on the stock hour side. That's because the rate of change, look at the slope of the sigma channel, the slope of the sigma channels, okay, was so strong. You just got pinned. And then when you get a bullish divergence, you want to look for it. Okay? This was not a pure bullish divergence, but you already had that flush there, that huge bar that almost hit like 2.5 sigma. But at the moment it pulled up on a second try, you go up. Now, any of these would be good enough for me. You cannot go for top tick or bottom tick, but that was close enough. We have taken below those. There's a little divergence there, but that's too far. I don't want to count that as divergence, too far back. I mean, some people do, but I can't. I mean, the experience says you can't, no more than 30 days. So I don't see a divergence yet. But it does say also, it votes in as, hey, we're oversold. You want Momo? Murray, you're killing me, Murray. Hold on. Because you got here late. Okay. Last night was -7 and change. Right now it's 6. Remember, this is slightly changed post settlement. That could be because if they have data issues at the plant down here. So what was this? Yeah, it was 7.8. Okay, yeah, 7.5 negative. Yeah, you want to see 10. I think we're gonna have a little push more down. You know, frankly, because these two were so strong, and it was the third day, that's why I covered. It looked like it was a head fake. Look what they did the following day and of course, this push up was very, very Muskian. It was a Musk, Musk, what do you call it, transaction there. But you see what they did to him the following day. So, that sets the stage for maybe a further retest. I don't know. I'm just guessing. You got to be flexible in your thinking. But calendar-wise, we got. Let's go to calendar. We got. What do we have on calendar? What happened to my other thing? Oh, we closed that one. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, I hate this. Let's go to calendar. Here's the econ calendar. There we go. Okay, so what do we have? Today's 27, so tomorrow, GDP, big day. Big day. End of a month, always. Thursday of the end of the month. Okay, 6.9. Holy. What? Ooh. Wow. Wow. What are you doing at 8:30 tomorrow? You better be in. Oh, you better be in. Hey, Cash, sorry, it's 5:30 your time tomorrow. So it's Mike. You guys gotta get up early tomorrow. Yeah. Wow. I mean, some of it's priced in. Obviously, this stuff is not secret. But wow, the headline's gonna catch people tomorrow. Wow. Oh, Murray, as we say in the business. Okay, I don't see a Java scans are, man. It's too low anyway. Black white market. Forget it. Let's go to. You want red or green? It's a piece. Personal income. Hold on. This is for Friday, and then Chicago PMI consumer sentiment. ECI is for the quants, the economic cost index. MM is what? PC is bond. Yeah. PC price index. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing we haven't seen before. No, there's nothing significant here in my mind. This is not news. It could surprise us. Consumer sentiment? You what? Always. Hold up. Come on. Yeah, we're dropping. Yeah. Dropping slowly. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I want the sentiment to be lower anyway, a little bit, before it wants to take off. Yeah, let's flush it. So we could have a beginning of a problem again, one leg down again tomorrow. It's end of a month. Then you got buying coming in Monday and Tuesday. But the big issue is going to be next Friday. Really, nothing is on the rise that will compete with that, other than GDP tomorrow. But next Friday would be non-far, and that's going to be fireworks again in the morning. I still think the numbers are going to be strong. Why? Economy at the margin is doing this pretty good, and the labor data shows that. Whatever mess we're in, the economy's still coming forward. Well, that's my spiel. It's 6 o'clock. Took us 50 minutes this time. How about some questions? Anybody wants to have any stock? I used to do that for you guys. You want me to review anything? I want to start myself with Boeing. Oh, Jesus. We're going to be going long on Boeing. It's a matter of time, like this week or next week with options. I'll talk to my Airbus and have it ready. That's what we're looking for. They really missed. The earnings were really horrible. And they try to blame Air Force contract. Air Force One contract. Yeah, hey, that was a disaster. Every time you put a politician, there's a disaster. I understand that. It's not that. It's the cost overruns they end up eating. You can't do that with big projects like that. How many of them you're building? You know what I'm saying? You have to amortize over 2 ships, 3. I mean, 2 shipsets, 3 shipsets. It's not a joke. I wish they would make 3. 2 is not enough. Never get to. This is the new Air Force One. It's going to be a 747 I-8. This is the International 800 series. It's bigger, larger, more airtime, more equipment, all that. Bigger problem for electromagnetic EMP. I don't want to get into any of that because my stuff is old. I don't remember it, and it's changed quite a bit. But that's a big one. But that's only 600 million. They had cost overruns everywhere. Yeah, this is. I think they're blaming that one contract. To me, that's probably not where the story is. I did not look at detailed data, so I don't know. But I just read the headline. Let's look at Tesla. So we're going to buy Boeing. Tesla, I don't know if I want to touch Tesla. And most of our clients we deal with, more than a few very, very high end, they won't have the stomach for this anyway. I have a very fortunate friend of mine that could be a poor friend soon. He's got a lot of Tesla. And he keeps on selling these puts. And I'm willing to say to you that someone here probably sold more puts. Because it's worked for him before. He hasn't figured this part yet. No mentioning names, no mentioning about ethnicities, no national origin, all that. But, suffice to say, he's from Brooklyn. Okay. He's from Brooklyn. That'll tell you. We've had discussions, and last time I looked at, he had, 7,000 shares. Not a joke. Not a joke. Yeah. So if it goes against you on some puts, you have to buy a lot more. Anyway, so no, I'm not going to have a test stuff. Microsoft. 16 up. Yeah. This is one of the generals. Yeah, it's get beaten up too. Apple, not before the earnings. Not doing that. Yeah. Getting too old for that. To buy before earnings. Or make a bet. Even on call spreads, Google. Now this is a dear to me because I have an argument with the head of the Google Cloud on this. Yeah. And she once told me to watch me. I told her, with all due respect, because she's very bright, she's from Canada. I said, Whatever you do, you're number 3. It's just the NBA 101. You got AWS and you got Microsoft Azure. You have AWS and you have Azure. How are you going to be able to do anything? Both of them are formidable. You're number 3. You're very good with AI. Stay with AI. They probably have best quantum setup for leasing computers, which I've been pledged. If I need some, I can go there. Yeah, but cheap. You can rent it. That's not the issue. But the point is, this is the one that to me was concerned, and look what they've done to it. So another 2% down today. Yeah. And then what else do we have? Netflix. NFLX. Sorry, not Netflix. There we go. Oh, Murray. Oh, Murray. Yeah, this is done. This is basically a crash. Wow. Now that after this, the engine is gonna go. Yeah. You know why? Those stock options are worthless. Yeah. And you gotta be careful. I've been there. I was head of compensation in one company, public. You try to get issues now, oh, watch out. Your own shareholders will come after you. Forget the board. The shareholders will come after you. Yeah. And people are going to be very upset with the stock options doing this. That's the reason they joined. So, and streaming is coming to maturity. What did the slave whisper to the Roman emperor after a long battle? All glory is fleeting. Look at that. Look at sigma levels. Just look at sigma levels. I just killed it. We may need a new general for the FANG. Yeah. Now, how do I usually go in these? And that's if I get my courage up on the sigma level. On the timing levels. I've done it the same way I've always done it before. Not testing. No. Where's my watch list? There we go. Watch list new. Okay, boom. I go with this. Let the data come in, and it's going to give me my bubbles. Then on this side, I have a screen there. As I click, come on, I'm clicking. Oh, yeah, there we go. It will give me charts to look at. Yeah. So I do a sort here. You can see the bearish. So Apple, I click on Apple. It shows me on this end what to do. This end. Hold on. Is this? This is the chart on this side. The moment I click here, so I'll go there and see what my bullish bearish are. Actually, I should do it here upside like this. Okay, so that's all. That's all it has. 1 bull and 3. No, data may not have to come in yet. Hold on. You gotta wait for data. There's a lot of data. Yeah, there we go. So you get your bull levels and bull level 2s. This is part of the expert package. Then I come here and see what those are. Unless I have something special, I can plug in and take a look. But majority, I go with the machine's telling me, and this is IBD 250. Yeah. The high paid names, both up and both down. So that's our game plan. Any questions for me? I'm sorry I did this like this, but somebody had asked me to, because they want to get a flavor of what else we have Money Manager today. I said, just watch this because I'm not going to be able to get there. I said, I'll record it for you. Watch it later. So the data's still coming in. Sorry, it takes a while. Any other questions for me? I'm having a problem with my questions. Hold on. Let me do it again. There you go. Now, 1 second, guys. Oh. It's the alerts. This is killing it. Hold on. Let me kill this. Hold on. It takes a lot of CPU. And we have video up and all that. So, yes, close this. Boom. That kills it. Now I'm back. I'm good. Okay, so any questions? Anything I need to answer? Why can I open this? I cannot open all my questions. Answers. No. 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 Hold on, I'm going down. SP2. This is Monroe. Nothing. Any other questions for me? Last comment I have is from Monroe. We'll do one in 1 week. Then in 2 weeks, I won't be here. And you wish me luck? If I hit the pot of gold, maybe I'll just stay. No, I wouldn't want to live in New York. Are you kidding me? It's nuts. Great city to visit for a few days. After that, no. But I have some friends I want to catch up. I was supposed. We usually have this dinner every 2 years on Tuesday. I was going to be in front of Hedges on Monday night. Just both got torpedoed. So. All right, guys. I don't see any more questions. At least on my way of looking at here. Let me close this and go to file, view, questions. Okay, no, I don't see any questions here. All right, guys, thank you for attending. This video would go up the moment it's done. We're done here. Okay. The ORB members, we put a new page in for the GoToMeeting. So to come in, you got to go through the website. Log into the website. Okay. The link this morning is no longer valid because we have people who are intruding, and I just that's not right. So it's not fair to others who come through the process. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate that. Thanks, Dennis. See you guys. All the best. And Admiral Tico sends his hello to everyone.